everybody, and welcome to Anastasia's ABCs, where we're teaching you about the building blocks of life to create a life that you absolutely love and to make sure that you are living your best life ever. Well, today we're hanging out at the Hair Appeals Showcase. If you were in Nassau, Bahamas, and you caught the show, you know how amazing it was. This, of course, is going to be dealing with one of the stylists that was brought in for this show. You have seen her on Instagram because her work is amazing. They call her Miss Mckinney, and she is here to talk to us about her journey in the hair care world, how she ended up with 176,000 followers on Instagram, and all the amazing things that she's been doing since she started following her passion. Miss Mckinney, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be with you because I look at you and you're obviously gorgeous on the outside, but I get to talk to you and I realize how beautiful you are inside as well. And you've turned that beauty into something to do with the beauty industry. You followed this passion for hair, and you went from working at the Hyatt in banquets, balling on the banquet checks, to creating something totally new, and that's an industry that moves with hair. Talk to me about that. What has been the biggest lesson that you've learned in this journey, starting at 21 and being here now?
The biggest lesson I learned is that consistency is key.
Okay.
And persistence is a big key as well.
Okay.
Like with those two combined, I think you can conquer anything.
Okay.
You have a dream, whatever it is, even if you want to sell peanuts, I think you can make anything happen as long as you know for a fact, hey, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
And just go for it. All the answers will come to you along on the journey, and everything kind of came to me because it's like you attracted into your life. Everything sets up for you, and it works. Just don't give up on whatever you want to do, and it works.
It works. All right, so let's kind of take a step back then. I kind of want to walk people through your journey, and I'm happy that you mentioned that J journey, right, that you've been on this one, because you started out, like I said, out of high school, going into banquets, did some work even for a short time, learning medical coding, didn't even go into that, decided that you would get into hair, worked for a stylist for 2 years, and then opened your own salon at 23.
Yes.
How did you do that at 23?
Well, you know, the crazy thing is when I was in hair school, the owner of the hair school, we sat down and had a conversation, and he came over from Guyana, and one of the things he said to me was he was making $370,000 a year, and he said one day something hit him at his desk, and he said to himself, if they're paying me this, what are they making?
Wow.
And he immediately quit his job that day, and he went and opened up 3 hair schools.
Wow.
And he went on that journey and continued to open up schools from there. And that stuck with me so heavy. That little conversation, and he has no idea. He's passed since then, but he has no idea how much that comment inspired me. So I just knew that I wanted to create my own destiny and my own income. And that's what put me on this journey.
Okay, so you started the hair salon at 23. You blew up. I mean, you've done hairstyles for some major celebrities, especially those from Love and Hip Hop and K. Michelle. I mean, and people that we really know and admire and always be like, she looked good. And she looked good because of you. You've done that. And then you said one day, like, no, I'm over this. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I think that everything has its season.
Okay.
And I think at that point in my life that was a season for me to do that at the salon when I was in Florida. And one day, you know, I see the direction that the economy is going. Everything is kind of going to be automated in a sense. And not that industry is not going to work forever because it's great for the people who do it, but for me, I was like, you know, I want to do something to where the only time I leave the house is to go to the post office. Okay. And I said it jokingly for like a year or so, and then boom, now, you know, I don't know how it happened, but you say things, you work towards it unconsciously, I guess. Okay. And sure enough, I started an online business doing retail, selling wigs online and hair.
Okay. Yeah. So how does selling wigs online work, right? Because your girl's natural, but I love, like, this is a wig you have on now.
Okay, yeah.
And it looks amazing.
Thank you.
And I only know it's a wig because you do wigs for a living.
Yeah.
But how does one decide to start an online business? Like, what are the steps that you needed to take in order to make it happen?
Well, I do believe heavy in marketing. You know, when I first started out, I did a lot of promotion. I paid a lot for promotion, which I think is necessary, you know, and promotion was important, and being consistent and keeping up with the trends, although it's so difficult. It's so difficult, you know, keeping up with the trends and things of that sort. It really helps, you know, so just stay kind of with the wave a little, and it works.
It works. It works. It works. So now you've got, like I said, 176 followers on Instagram. You've got people from all over the world asking you to, like, do their hair. So what would I do? I just, like, send you my hair measurements and then you make me a custom cap? How does it work?
Girl, I got you, girl.
Okay, girl. I'm going to get me a wig, y'all. When y'all watch this again and you see me rocking my wig, y'all know who did it.
Your hair is so beautiful. Oh, I love your hair.
Thank you. thank you. But I think it's so much fun when you get to like do a wig or a unit because you kind of get to switch things up a bit.
That's the fun part of it. You know, before wigs were kind of shamed upon, but now in today's society, you know, it's just kind of like, oh, you know, I have this collection, I have this wig wall at my house,
right?
And it's like, okay, so I'm going here tonight, I'm going to wear bob. Tomorrow I'm going to do 26 inches, and the next day I'm going to do red.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of fun, trendy, you know, switched up with your outfits, and I think that's kind of what got everyone into it because you could just change your look in a day.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm down for the wigs. Me and Miss Pickney are going to talk offline, guys, about how I can make that happen. Miss Pickney, the other thing I kind of want to find out from you is the biggest challenge that you faced, because people have heard like the upside of the story, right?
Yeah.
You had this vision, you worked it out, you spoke some things into existence, it came to pass. But has there ever been a moment when you just kind of wanted to just give it all up and just say, you know what, forget it, I can't do this?
Yeah, I think it's really normal in entrepreneurship to have those moments. I think we have them like every 90 days, 6 months, and we sit there and say, you know what, forget it, it's over. But the biggest obstacle is when you do run into challenges. You know, having an online business, and we run into things like chargebacks, you know, fraudulent charges, and I just lost $1,300 the other day. And you know what, I'm like, you know what, this is the cost of doing business. So when things go bad and they're not going so well and you want to give up, you have to write down the things that you are grateful for and the things that are going well for you. And when you focus on that and channel all of your energy into that, you kind of forget those down spots. So having those tough moments that come with business, it's inevitable, it happens, but you have to understand that, hey, this is the cost of doing business. Things happen, it gets slow sometimes. That's why you save up for those moments, and you just kind of go from there. You know,
is there like a mentor that you have in the industry or somebody that you look up to, or have you really just been creating your own lane?
Yeah, I have different mentors that are not in the hair industry, which I think is important, you know, to kind of surround yourself with people that are very successful in what they do, you know, because it's easy for them to kind of see what you're doing and say, oh, if I were you, I would be doing this, that, and the other. So yeah, I think it's so important for everyone to have mentors. I don't care if it's your grandmother, you know, have someone that can guide you, that's more wiser than you are, that can really lead you in the right direction, because everyone says this self-made thing, it's impossible to get to the top by yourself.
Okay, I love that. All right, so we talked a lot about the heavy stuff. Now I want to find out some fun stuff about Miss Pickney. All right, Miss Pickney, so if you could marry any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Well, I'm already married in my mind. I am married to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been dating for quite some time now. He just hasn't met me yet.
I understand. I understand. All right, and so you would marry Leo. Obviously, they've been together for forever, guys. Leo doesn't know this, but we do. We're totally here.
He's watching.
I'm sure he is. All right, so you've got your own hairline going. If you decided to get into something like, say, nails, and you could name a nail color, what would you name your nail color?
Ooh, what would I name? Pickney's Hue.
Pickney's Hue.
Yeah.
Pickney's Hue. Okay. And if you could choose your favorite song lyric or your favorite song, what would it be and why?
Oh, you know, I have the whole Drake album downloaded on the left side of my head, and I can't even think of one. The power of the mind is not a joke.
Hey.
Drake.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That's the favorite.
You're not going to believe this. And so I hope you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you see all these other videos, right? But I did an entire episode on Drake and his lyrics.
Oh, man.
I sure did. And I even gave a graduation speech to some kids on Drake lyrics. But like, Drake is there, man.
Yeah.
He's totally got us.
I'm really into the law of attraction. And I really like a lot of his lyrics kind of embody the same principles as I study with these authors that I listen to.
Okay, all right. So you talked about the law of attraction. Any other authors or books that you want to put out there that people can kind of keep in mind as they try to motivate themselves to keep working and being their best?
Yeah, The Power of Believing by Claude Bristol is one of my favorites. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, Earl Nightingale, Rhonda Byrne, and I think those are my favorites right now. I kind of talk along with them because I listen to them so much. So I kind of just go verbatim, like, okay, listen, I got you down pat. All right. But it's still never enough, so
Miss Pickney, if you could have the ultimate goal, like what is the ultimate dream and vision you think for Miss Pickney and for your brand and for where you're taking your hair career? If there was one thing that would make you say, you know what, I did this, I made it, what would that be?
It's so small. You know, most people, I may have bigger goals than this, but I just want an apartment complex. Okay. And it has nothing to do with hair, right?
Oh, right, it doesn't.
You know?
But real estate is where it's at.
Yeah.
Real estate is definitely where it's at.
I just want to get a nice apartment complex, and traveling is something that I'm really into and want to explore so much more, and I know I can do that with this piece of property.
Okay.
So hair, I can always have that running in the background. It's natural, it works. But yeah, real estate, that's next for me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Ms. Mckinney, I want to thank you so much for being with us. You've gotten to travel to the beautiful Bahamas.
Yeah.
So a part of your travel goals are already happening. Yeah. And we hope that you enjoy your trip here. Make sure that you get some conch. You need some conch fritters. You need some conch salad.
Okay, I'll definitely get all that. And the main thing that I need is your skin routine when we leave, because your skin is so beautiful. So make sure.
All right. So we'll do another video on my skin routine. Ms. Mckinney and I are going to talk exchange skin routine for hair, and we're going to make that work. But it has been like my pleasure to interview you today, because you are so amazing, and I'm just looking forward to seeing where God will take you, because you are absolutely awesome and your hair is lit. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, guys, so ABCs today. Today we're focusing on C. If you go back and play this conversation again, you're going to hear Ms. Mckinney say some things. She started out with C for consistency. She went on to talk about C, a conversation that changed her life. So many of the things that we want to do can happen for us if we just would open up and have conversations with the right people. She talked about a community that surrounded her in terms of her mentors and the way that they've helped her to develop. And she talks about creating her own lane. She's been on a journey, guys, moving from working in the hotel to starting her own salon. Now she's selling hair online, and she's only just begun. Remember those 4 C's, and I'm sure it's going to transform your life. You've been watching ABCs with Anastasia. Today we had Ms. Mckinney. We're going to be back with another episode, so subscribe to this channel. We've got more to come.